Happy Thursday, everyone. I'm in my dark office slash bedroom, and I wanted to come on today to talk about Bliss. I get a lot of questions as to why we name the group Connecting to Bliss, and I wanted to talk about that and kind of explain where it's all coming from. So to me, what happiness is it's a fleeting emotion. So fleeting in the sense of it's short-lived or it does end. So things like when you eat something you really like, you have a bite of that great ice cream or bite of pizza, or even big things like you buy a house, or you buy a new car, or you see a friend. A lot of times that happiness emotion is a short-lived emotion. It's like a burst of that good feeling, that adrenaline that you get when you're fully happy. And what happened to me in this road to self-discovery is that while I enjoyed those moments of happiness, the feeling that I had of being unfulfilled and not being happy and not serving and like all those kind of negative emotions, I was living in those moments more than I was the happy moments, because that was my equilibrium. That was where I felt natural in that state, because that happened more than the bursts of happiness. And so what I discovered is that in order to be okay, you need to find a state, an equilibrium state, where it is a little bit more even, in the sense of there are still ups and downs, but you quicker move to a state of equilibrium. So you'll go up to the high and then you'll come back to a higher equilibrium, and you'll go to the lows and you'll quicker go to that equilibrium. And so that's what bliss is to me. Bliss is about finding that equilibrium state so you can feel okay no matter what's happening. I mean, obviously I'd love to have those bursts of happiness all the time, but that's just not realistic. And what it is about is finding that space within yourself to be okay no matter what's happening. And so that's what this is all about. Connecting to Bliss is really about helping people find that equilibrium state of being okay no matter what. If they're super happy, amazing. If they're not as happy and things are going wrong, they're going to go back to that equilibrium state faster. And so things like meditation, mindfulness, self-discovery, service, just being self-aware. Awareness is like the biggest key to finding that blissful state. And hopefully this works, but I'm going to show you a demonstration that I saw that actually really resonated with me. So I've got a piece of paper here. It's just a normal piece of paper. And so let's just say I wanted what would make me happy and overall happy. And I'm not talking about a short burst of happy. I'm talking like overall happy would be to fold this piece of paper. So I bend it in half, and there it is right there. So by all accounts, I should be happy because the piece of paper is folded in half. But what happens when I let go of the piece of paper is it goes back to its equilibrium state. It's still a flat piece of paper. And so if you think about this as your life, even though you'd be happy having the paper folded in half, your equilibrium state is still like this. So in order for you to actually get that happiness last longer, and that contentness and that fulfilled feeling, it takes deliberate action. You have to actually do something in order to make that deliberate action more realistic and more something that lasts longer. So what you need to do is take this piece of paper, not only just bend it in half, but you actually have to crease the corners. That's my deliberate action. That is my daily action of making sure that I'm in a state that I like. So now when I release the paper, it's in this state. It's in the state that I want it to be in. This is its equilibrium state. So even if I hold it up now, it's going to go back to the place that I wanted. So I hope that resonates with you too. It may not, it may just go blue. I don't know what Heather's talking about, but I just wanted to talk about bliss and why it's different from happiness. Happiness is that short burst of super great energy, which we all love, but it's not realistic to have all the time. And so bliss is about finding that that place where you can be in a state of good and fulfilled and just good more often, even when things are really, really bad, or things are just kind of bad, or things are really amazing. You're always going to go back to that equilibrium bliss state. So anyway, happy Thursday, everyone. I hope this resonated with you, and I hope this group is helping you find your equilibrium bliss. I'd love for you guys to share more of what you do on a daily basis to help you find your bliss. Thanks.